Good morning, friends. Happy Wednesday. I gotta go get the link so I can share it out. If you're here, say hi so that I know you're here. Sometimes the link pops right up. Hunt and it takes forever. All right, if you're watching live today, say hello so I know you're here. Gonna make French onion soup oats. Paste, go. All right, we're back. Hey, Melissa. Good morning. I've got some oats cooking. I have oats on the stove because they're steel cut. So I started cooking them already. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Cam. These are steel cut. I have a quarter cup of steel cut oats cooking in 1 cup of broth. Hi, Cindy. Did you forget how to spell this morning? Hey, Pam. Hey, Rita. So I'm going to use this is a really small onion. If I had a huge onion, I would probably only use half. I don't even know that I'm going to use this whole thing, actually. I think I'm going to use about half of a small onion. Just, that much. Why am there's just internet being annoying to me, Facebook. Hey, Carol, welcome. Glad you're here. I did the idea of French onion soup oatmeal draw you in? Is that why you came by? You were like, Carol said, I can't miss that. French onion soup oatmeal sounds decadent. All right. So I'm just cutting it into, this way. So you get long, skinny pieces. Because that's how I like onions. Pretty much any way you give them to me. Except for raw. I don't love them raw. But when you cook them, I like them cooked like this the best. They make me happy. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why. I'm going to put those in a little frying pan. I'm not going to use any fat. I'm just going to let them brown up a little in just a touch of water. And then once they soften a little, I'm going to put chicken broth in there. I don't want to put chicken broth first. Because then I'll end up using way more chicken broth than I want to, because it'll cook out and I'll have to add more and cook out and I'll have to more. Oh, I'm sorry you have a stomach bug. That's no fun. All right, we're going to make the base. I know it's going to freak you out. You're like, what is she doing? She's putting cottage cheese. Yes, because it's not really soup. All right, my oats have been simmering for like 8 minutes. I've got because whatever you want for oats, but I like a quarter cup of steel cut oats and 1 cup of chicken broth in there. I'm going to do a quarter cup of cottage cheese. And then I'm going to do about, I don't know, a couple tablespoons of chicken broth in there. I'm going to do about a tablespoon of nutritional yeast. Just chicken broth, Dawn. Just chicken broth like this. Basic chicken broth. I always check mine to make sure it doesn't have sugar. I get just regular plain chicken broth. I get mine at usually at Thrive or at Sam's Club. That's a big heaping tablespoon of that. What is that? Nutritional yeast. Let's see. What else are we going to put in there? We could put some. I'm going to put a little bit of cayenne just because I like things spicy. I'll put a little garlic powder. Just want it to be savory, so like 1/4 teaspoon. I don't know, that's probably all I really need. This is gonna be really flavorful on its own. I'm gonna zing that up. That's gonna go on the bottom of my soup mix. For anyone wondering if I got plastic in my oatmeal yesterday, as a matter of fact, I did. I got like 5 pieces because I busted the inside of this. I cleaned it out, so hopefully it's okay. But I did. I ate a fair amount of plastic yesterday. Most of it I caught and took out, but I probably swallowed some pieces too. Whatever. Everything has PFAS, right? So what's the difference? Gonna let it stop spinning before you yank the top off. Okay, we're gonna need a little more chicken broth. It's just a little dry, so I'm gonna say another tablespoon. Well, that was probably a pretty hefty tablespoon. I don't know, probably 3 tablespoons total chicken broth. That yeast, nutritional yeast, is pretty thick. It's gonna be so good, Shirley. It's gonna be so good. And you can use regular oats too. I just prefer steel cut. All right, my cooking good. Oh, I'm gonna put. Oh, there's a chunk of yesterday's oatmeal that didn't come off in the dishwasher. Sorry, it won't hurt nobody. No, it's not broken. It's just got. See, now I put too much chicken broth in my cottage cheese. See, now it's runny. That's all right. It'll still taste good. Probably, I think I got more closer to a 1/4 cup than I did 3 tablespoons. Got a little runny. Doesn't matter. It's gonna taste amazing. Gonna taste cheesy. It's not broken. The blade cut through a bunch of the sides, like cut a bunch of chunks out of the sides. So, well, life happens, right? We'll load the dishwasher while we wait for the onions to cook. All right. I need a little more water. I want to get my onions really soft. So I'm using water to cook them down. But once they're soft where I want them, then I'm going to simmer them for a couple of minutes in chicken broth. But if I do that, if I simmer them in chicken broth, it's going to reduce. I'm going to have to add more chicken broth. It's just going to add a ton of sodium. And listen, don't get me wrong, I like salt. I'd be happy with it. I just don't think I need 4 cups of chicken broth in my breakfast. It's a fair amount of sodium to start your day with. Probably don't need that. When my oats are done, which they are now actually. See, they're perfect. That's how I know they're done. When the liquid is gone. That's how I like my steel cut oats. You can add more liquid and simmer them longer. I really like my oats al dente. Like they just got a little bit of a chew. Oh, and they smell so good cooked in that chicken broth. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of psyllium in there. This is optional. And don't start with 2 tablespoons if you're not used to it. I can handle it because I do it every day. But psyllium shuts down food noise like a boss for me. And I just put it at the end of my cooking because if you cook it with the oatmeal, if you boil it, you get snot. And nobody really wants that for breakfast. So here's my steel cut oats. See how they're not pasty. This is the texture. I love my steel cut oats. They're almost like rice. And a 1/4 cup, this is a 1/4 cup of oats. It makes quite a bit. I wonder if I would get the same benefits from THM crunchy granola as from hot oatmeal. I don't know. All right, my onions are tender. I don't know if you would or not, Shirley. I'm gonna add about a cup and a half of chicken broth. Hey, Carol. Question about the cheese sauce that Pearl did. No, I mean, cottage cheese is a cultured, and it's not fermented. It's all the good probiotics, but the other thing is you're not getting massive amount of probiotics from cottage cheese. You do get some, but it's not like super significant. So I would totally. That's just what I was thinking. Did you guys think the rapture happened and I was the only one that made it? And you all were like, dang it. I don't know what just happened. All right, this is what I was talking about when I so rudely disappeared into the effervescence or whatever they call that the ether, not the effervescence. I don't know. I think my internet's a little wonky. This is Katie's kefir mango pudding. I made this last night. It's a lot more runny than I expected it to be. I expected it to be a lot thicker. But this is from Healthy Wisdom. The plant protein in there is pretty strong. It's okay. It's kind of runny. I think I'll have to have a straw with it. It's okay. I don't think it's my favorite recipe. It's too runny. It's kind of like a smoothie. I think it needs more gelatin to be a little more pudding-like. The flavor is decent, but I can really taste the plant protein. Excuse me. All right. I'm going to plop my oats now that they've cooled a little on top of my beautiful cheesy base. These oats are exactly how I love them. They're just textury enough. They taste like rice. The mango pudding, I wouldn't say it's bad, Meredith. It's not bad. It's just, It's runnier than I expected. These are sticky. It's runnier than I anticipated. The kefir mango pudding. I think I'd do less kefir or more gelatin. But the plant protein in it is pretty strong. Pretty strong. Let me take a look at this. These are looking so delicious. Let me check their texture. I want my onions really soft, okay? Really soft. I don't want them having any crunch to them at all. I think they just need a couple more minutes. French onion soup should not have crunchy onions. They need to be really well done. I plan on making, maybe even tomorrow, I don't know. I don't even know what is on my menu for tomorrow, but I plan on making, well, whatever it is, I can't have cottage cheese because I'm all off. I plan on making kefir ice cream. The question, Carol, about probiotic, my answer was that I don't think it kills all the probiotic, but even if it does, cottage cheese doesn't have a ton of probiotic. Like, it's not like kefir. It wouldn't stress me to cook that and lose some of the probiotic, but you're right. I think you could totally use a cheaper one and not use good culture for it. The taste of good culture is, I love it so much. But I would probably use the cheap stuff too to make the sauce, especially if it's decent ingredient, cheaper stuff. I wouldn't get stuff full of a ton of weird additives. I kind of try to watch out for that, but I think either way is fine. Jamie, they are good. Try putting a handful of raspberries into the lemon cream. It's even better. I'm going to taste this right now. I can't stand it. I need to taste this cheesy sauce and this oats. It's like cheesy oats. now? Can you hear me now? Tell me if you can hear me now. I know it takes forever. Now I've cooked all my chicken broth out. Good Lord. Technology. I don't know what's going on. I should add more chicken broth. Got all distracted by technology. My soup went. I cooked all my broth out of my soup. I don't know what's going on, but technology is being a butthole. Sorry. Thanks for hanging around. It's amazing that nobody dropped off. You guys are the kindest. I have no idea. I need to shut off my Bluetooth every morning when I go live because I think what happens is for some unknown reason, it decides, you know what, let me just switch to the AirPod Maxes sitting, 200 feet away upstairs. Let me just go ahead and switch to there for absolutely no known reason because I can. Instead of staying in your AirPod where you originally assigned me and said to turn on, I'm just going to switch to another device in the house. What the heck? Why not? I don't know. All right. We're almost ready now. I'm going to add some parsley to the end because I like it. It's pretty. I'm just going to, I put too much broth in there when I get all excited. This is turning into a significant undertaking. 42 quarts of chicken broth, an hour and 15 minutes, and we'll have some oatmeal. Cold oatmeal, but nonetheless, oatmeal. Sorry. Welcome to my reality, where nothing ever works as you expect it to. I have a new webinar starting today that you can join in. I'll be playing it. I'll be doing the webinar multiple times over the next few weeks. When you log on, you'll see the next available time to register. If that time doesn't work for you, just come back in a little while and you'll see the next. It'll always just show you the next available time. It's called the Food Freedom Formula. You're gonna love this, Hannah. If you like French onion soup and you like oats, you're gonna love this. All right, I think we're ready. Are we down enough liquid? Do we have too much liquid here? Probably not. We're just gonna go with it. I'm gonna pour this right over my cold stuff. This is just, this is hot. Hiya. Woo, that started to burn through my hand. All right, here's my chicken. I would have rather used beef broth if I'd had it, but I didn't have it. It looks so good. Oh my gosh. That looks really good. I need a smaller spoon for my wee mouth. My little mouth needs a smaller spoon. Here's my special spoon. Let's see. We got a mouthful of the oats, the cottage cheese, the onion. Gotta get an onion. Get in there. I gotta be honest, it smells amazeballs. It's hotter than Satan's butt crack, though. It's hot. You guys. Oh my gosh. That broth, the whole thing. It's so oniony. Yes, my silverware is in cans. This is my silverware container. And all my cords, don't look at that, but this is my silverware container. It's like a little, that's where I keep my silverware. This is good. If you like French onion soup, the cottage cheese is so cheesy tasting. It is a winner. It's totally a winner. It's not very appealing looking the way the cottage cheese floats to the top, but you guys, that is so good. So I would add some protein to the cottage cheese. Hey, Corinthians Corner, welcome. I would add some protein to the cottage cheese because I totally forgot. But I also have 2 one-pot creamer drops in here, which is 22 grams. I have 22 grams of protein in here and 10 in this. So I still have 30 grams. I don't want to put them in a drawer, Mary Malone. I have things in my drawers. I have towels and junk. And then Ziploc bags and more junk. And then I have knives and seasonings. Where am I supposed to put the silverware? If I put the silverware here, where they rightfully belong, where am I going to put my dish towels? In the junk drawer? No. I like them on the counter. Leave me alone, Malone. All right. I'm going to go eat. This is good. It's so good. You guys, you have to make it with steel cut oats. It tastes like rice. I love oatmeal and psyllium and chicken and onions. There's no chicken in here. Chicken would be good in here. You could put chicken in here. I have some chicken in the fridge, but it's cold, and then I'd have to heat it up and all that. It's just a whole thing. But chicken would be good in here too. There we go. Yay for weird concoctions. Thanks for joining me this morning. How did that gob of onion all cooked land in my sink? Thanks for joining me. I'm going to go sit down at my computer and do a whole bunch of work. I love you guys. Thanks for being part of my day and part of my journey and all that jazz. Tomorrow, I'm sure there's something delightful on the menu. I don't know. It's only a menu that I wrote, so why would I know what's on it? All right. Have a great day, and I'll see you all back tomorrow for devotions, bright and early tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. Love you.